Personal log, Lieutenant Alex Craig, Stardate 41153.1. I found her before I found the ship. Dr. Beverly Crusher was standing near a display of fabrics on Farpoint, turning one over in her hands like she was deciding whether she wanted it badly enough to carry it. Wesley Crusher stood beside her, watching her and everything around her at the same time, like he expected the station to do something interesting the moment he looked away. Beverly looked up before I said anything. "There you are," Beverly said, like I just stepped out of the next room. I smiled. "You say that like I'm late." "You're always late," Beverly said. "You just arrive at the right time." "That's not how time works," Beverly shrugged. "It does with you." Wesley looked between us. "You two are like this all the time?" "Worse," Beverly said. "Much worse," I said. Wesley frowned. "That's not reassuring." Beverly lifted the fabric again. "What do you think?" "I think you already decided." "I have not." "You picked it up twice." "That doesn't mean anything." "It means you're buying it." Beverly paused, then gave me a look. "You're the worst kind of useful." "You're buying it." She folded it over her arms. "I'm buying it." Wesley shook his head. "That was too fast." Beverly smiled. "You get used to it." I looked around the station. Everything looked newly assembled, like nobody had lived in it long enough to leave a mark. "So this is it?" "For now," Beverly said, "until you see the ship." "You're building this up." "I'm trying not to." Wesley leaned forward. "It's huge, and they're families, kids." "Well, that helps." Beverly glanced at me. "I thought it might." She adjusted the fabric against her arm. "So you took the posting?" "Yeah." She looked at me. "Good." Wesley looked back at me. "What do you actually do?" "That's a good question." Beverly cut in. "Don't ask him that. You won't get the same answer twice." "That's not true." "It absolutely is." "I'm in the science division, Wesley." Wesley tilted his head. "Doing what?" "I'll tell you when I find out." Wesley frowned and looked at Beverly. Beverly smiled. "You get used to it." We made our way toward Farpoint's transport terminal with the other arrivals, folding into the flow of people heading for ship assignment. Beverly walked beside me. Wesley stayed half a step ahead, already looking for the next thing. "You read up on the crew?" Beverly asked. "A little." "And?" "There's a counselor." "Commander Deanna Troy. Half Betazoid?" Beverly nodded. "That's right." "That's unusual for a starship." Beverly glanced at me. "This isn't a usual starship." "I'm getting that." She smiled slightly. "I think you'll like it." "You don't know that." "No," Beverly said, "I don't." "That sounds like a warning." "It isn't." "Then it probably is." The Farpoint transport terminal was crowded, passengers moving in groups, crew assignments being checked, cargo moving through in steady lines. Wesley stepped onto the platform first. Beverly followed. "You coming?" Beverly asked. I stepped up beside them. The transition was brief, light. Then, the ship. The transporter room aboard the USS Enterprise was already busy. People stepping off, people stepping on, a constant cycle. At the controls stood Chief O'Brien, already working the next sequence. Beverly stepped off the platform. "Chief!" O'Brien looked up. "Doctor?" His eyes shifted to me. "New arrival?" "Lieutenant Alex Craig," Beverly said. O'Brien nodded. "Welcome aboard." "Thanks." He turned back to the panel, then frowned. Beverly noticed. "What is it?" "Pattern's clean," O'Brien said, "but the phase alignment keeps slipping." "Stable?" "Stable enough, but it keeps correcting itself." I stepped closer and looked at the readout. It was resolving, just unevenly. What happens if you reset it before the correction finishes? O'Brien looked at me. That interrupts the cycle. He looked back at the panel, paused, then back at me. You're telling me to cut it mid-cycle. I'm saying it looks like it's fixing a mistake that hasn't happened yet. O'Brien stared at the panel, then tried it. The system cycled, paused, settled, clean. O'Brien stared. Well, that shouldn't have worked. It didn't look like it should. O'Brien looked at me again. How do you... I didn't. It just wrong. Beverly gave him a look. That's him. O'Brien exhaled. Right. He tapped the panel. Welcome aboard. The first thing I noticed wasn't the size. It was the people. Families in the corridors along officers. Children walking slightly out of rhythm with everyone else. And nobody trying to correct it. It didn't feel like a warship. It felt lived in. Beverly glanced over. I told you. We walked together for a while. The corridors were broader than I expected. Brighter, quieter, less severe than any ship I'd served on. Beverly slowed. I need to check in with medical. She pointed down the corridor. You'll come by? I'll find it. Beverly stopped. That's not what I said. I looked at her. Yeah, I'll come by. Good. She started to leave, then stopped. Alex? Yeah. Don't disappear. I've never disappeared. Beverly gave me a flat look. You absolutely have. Temporarily. That got half a smile. Come by. I will. She turned and walked off, Wesley already talking. I watched them go, then headed the other way. Quarters were easy enough to find. I dropped my bag inside and left it there. Didn't unpack. Just got into my uniform. Didn't seem worth it yet, so I kept walking. The research section was bigger than I expected. Not separate labs, more like one log working space broken into specialties. Physics besides biology, engineering beside things I couldn't identify from the doorway. People were already deep in their work, like the ship had been alive for weeks. I moved through it slowly, stopping at open doors, looking in. One door stayed shut. The others opened automatically when I got close. This one didn't. There was a narrow window. I stepped closer, looked through. The room stretched farther than it should have. At the far end was open space. Stars. Not a normal viewing port. The angle was wrong. Too deep. Too wide. I reached for the access panel. Nothing. My comm badge chirped. Craig, O'Brien here. His voice sounded distracted. You got a minute? Something else is acting strange. I looked once more through the glass, at the stars, then tapped my badge. On my way. The channel closed. I stepped away from the door and headed down the corridor. First hour aboard, and already the ship had two mysteries.